don't care about no record sales. I don't care about no money. I actually don't give a fuck about anything over than being real and saying, man, I mean, think about this for a second. And nobody would ever say this. You love me already. I don't have to release another album to matter in music. Did I just say that? I make over $250,000 a night for an hour on stage, and I ain't dropped an album in 10 years. I make more money than every opening for me, and they on the charts now. I went in the studio after going through some real shit. And I don't like the fact that I'm divorced. I don't like the fact that any of that shit happened. But when you hear Wildflower, my mama's dead in a box. I ain't doing this shit for no money. There's so many of y'all up R&B right now. This album is gonna be the album that reminds y'all with y'all gonna pull them instruments back out. Y'all gonna start writing little real songs. You should be ashamed of yourself with them goddamn lyrics in that notepad. Open up the door, open up the door, open up the door, open up the door. Cut and paste and What the fuck is that song? I feel close to retarded listening to this out here on the radio. I'm tired. When you listen to this album, it's the only album that belongs on vinyl. You go to Tyrese.tv. The album and the movie 1992 is both dropping on Friday, August 30th, Labor Day weekend. I got the soundtrack to your life. And there's 20 songs live. Tyrese.tv, the only way you can get it. I couldn't even get a record deal because of how real my album is. I just signed my deal last week. I've been out of a deal for over 2 years. Nobody would sign me because my album got nothing to do with all this corny going on out here. Imagine that, as established as I am in R&B, fan base, arenas, and everything I just mentioned. Some of y'all fragile gonna be insecure about my facts. I apologize. I don't have to release another album to sell out an arena. I don't have to drop an album every year to headline. While y'all out here trying to convince everybody to be single, fuck men, fuck women, I'd rather go home to a poodle and a vibrator every night because I don't need a man, I don't need nothing. Listen, man, Jay-Z is still very married to Beyonce. Beyonce is still very married to Jay-Z. None of y'all gonna convince them to do it any other way. I know what the arena and SZA and Summer Walker and Jasmine Sullivan and all of the women out here that keep selling them records talking about the breakups and the divorce and the cheating and fuck that blah, blah, blah. Nobody wants to be alone. I'm a grown man. If I ended up being alone after my divorce, I don't even know if I'd still be here. It's not in everybody's cause to be alone after a nasty breakup. And you ain't gotta get to a point of, I'm fully healed. I've fully taken my spiritual journey. You wasn't healed before your husband. You ain't had your shit figured out before you got married. We all up. We all look at our mama and our daddy and the house and the environment and the version of love that we was exposed to our whole life, and we end up growing up to date somebody that reminds us of our mama. She dysfunctional as a mother. Why I keep attracting all of these dysfunctional women? You're attracting your mama. You attracting your father. Why you dating a deadbeat? Because you was raised by a deadbeat.